SoundOff, Louisiana's premier television sports talk show, is on deck from the Caesars Sportsbook at Horseshoe Lake Charles. The three wise guys are mic'd up and ready. SoundOff begins now.
Live on tape from Lake Charles, America. That's a dig for our upcoming special guest.
No, I think I know what
Lake
you're
Charles,
talking about,
America. Like we don't know where we are. All right, this is SoundOff, of course, coming from Caesars Sportsbook. That would be Horseshoe Lake Charles. Caesars Sportsbook, the icon of sports betting. We'll have more on that a little bit later on. Good evening, guys and gals. Thanks for being with us for the next 30 minutes. Before we get going, that's Kevin Gidry. Scooter Hobbs, Rick Serro here. Boy, we got a jam-packed show.
Yes, we do.
Since our last show, McNeese did what we told you they would do, and that is hire Baylor assistant Bill Armstrong as their new men's basketball coach.
What's kind of point on with that, Rick? Really, with us knowing
we had it on. All right, so we got that. In the same vein, we will welcome the Cowgirls' new women's head basketball coach.
Yes.
Ayla Guzzardo is in the house.
Ayla, we're gonna have
She's
her
coming up just a little bit.
To
You got to stick around for that because she's a spark plug.
She
is that.
I mean, high energy. That's going to be a lot of fun. She's in the fourth chair. NCAA Final Four is set.
Yeah.
We got that to debate. LSU Tigers, that would be the ladies. Stub a toe again, second straight year in the Elite Eight. Kim Mulkey and the girls are out. We've got that.
Like if they don't win it, they don't get there.
Hey,
I mean, that's kind of how it's been falling lately.
McNeese spring football, I got a tidbit for you, and some LSU Pro Day.
Yes.
I know that's getting in the weeds when we're talking LSU
but
Pro
it's
Day.
about that time, though.
All right, buckle up. Here we go. All right. He's won at every stop. Every team, every program, everywhere Bill Armstrong has been, it's been winners.
Yeah.
He got the recommendation and the push, if you will, from Will Wade.
He did.
Everybody loves him. Joe Dumars gave the blessing.
He did.
Yep.
No better hire, in my opinion.
No doubt.
No better hire.
No doubt. No doubt.
No argument. We will have to see. He's got some impressive shoes to fill.
Of course he does.
Yes.
What Will Wade did around here, not just in winning, but in getting the community excited about
Go basketball,
hoops.
yep.
You know, that's almost unprecedented.
Yeah.
Around here.
That's half of it, but Scooter's right. He did get the community energized and involved in men's basketball again.
He gives you half credit.
Once I did. I give him half. But let me tell you what it's going to take, though. He knows now that he's got I keep bringing it up, guys, he's got people that wants to invest in his basketball program. In years past, Rick, that was unheard of.
Money.
That was unheard of, Rick.
Right, NIL. It's changed in the last 4 years.
And I think that's a plus for the
Look,
coach.
he's 47 years old. He's a gym rat. He's a grinder. Exactly what Heath Schroyer wanted.
Never been in the sun, one of those guys.
Exactly. He's won everywhere, and he's been junior college. His dad's a high school coach. He's done high school. And, of course, late in the career, before he went to Baylor, Link Academy from Branson, Missouri. One of those, what do you call a magnet type school that you can go out and recruit and bring them in? Like what, the IMG Academy
IMG.
in Bradenton, you know, that whole thing.
And Rick, let's just help the fans understand. Will Wade had a little bit to do with this.
A lot to do.
It just didn't. We're not talking about it like we should, but
no, I'm going to talk about
this just didn't.
I'm going to
happen,
talk about it.
Armstrong just didn't happen to come to McNeese.
This has been a 2-year setup.
Come
Hobbs.
on, man, you got to
This
realize
has been
that.
a 2-year setup.
I agree.
No, he
I
came
agree.
here 2 years ago. He said he was here for the Southern Conference tournament. Unless he got another offer, he was going to be the McNeese head new coach when Will Wade left. And he was around, and it fit the schedule.
I agree 100%.
Setup. And a good setup. I'm not being critical.
That like it's bad.
No,
I had to say it just to
no.
let the fans out there know. Okay, this just didn't happen.
This has been in the works. But still, it's a great hire.
It is.
He's a Will Wade
That's no
disciple,
doubt.
and he's a winner,
He is.
and he knows defensive basketball, and he can recruit.
And the thing about
Well,
it,
that's the key.
That is
Because
the key.
we can talk, and obviously Will Wade's a very good basketball. He can coach some basketball,
Yes,
right?
he can.
But he also had the best players in the Southern Conference.
Yes, he did.
There's no doubt
Which
he did.
he gets credit for that too.
Of course.
But that was his bigger key is whether he called a pick and roll with 4 minutes to play.
Yeah.
Get the players. Now, can Bill Armstrong do that? His reputation says yes.
We're going to get to that in just a second in regards to the players.
Okay.
He knows how to recruit. He did it at Link.
Yeah.
He He was side by side with Will Wade for 5 years.
At LSU.
And
At LSU,
he got
guys.
fired with Will Wade.
He was first to get fired.
And he
He
talked about
Came
it.
in together,
He
went
was
out.
first.
There you go.
At
And he
gunpoint.
spoke openly about it. He spoke openly. It's
No
like
doubt about it.
it changed
He
him
did.
as a coach and a
Yeah,
man. You got to
he
go
did.
through some adversity. Blah blah blah. Thursday's show, I'm going to have some comments
Yeah.
on that. You got to check out
I do too.
Thursday's show.
I do too.
All right. So retention and recruiting. Retention and recruiting.
Yeah.
Javon Garcia, SLC Player of the Year, coming back. DJ Richards coming back. T. John Brown coming back.
Yeah.
Quadir Copeland and Alan Breed, not known yet, probably headed Wade's direction
I think they
to
are.
NC State.
I think they are.
I think right now, to me, Sincere Parker and Jerome Brewer, as of earlier in the week, still in flux. And boy, if they can get those two back,
And let me say,
Brewer's in the portal,
you know-
but that doesn't mean he can't come back.
Yeah, well,
And
yeah.
I don't think that Will
That
Wade's
does
out to damage the program by taking as many players as he can. I think he's in a position right now to where he's going to be able to get some good players. Okay, let's just be honest.
Will Wade?
Yeah. I'm-
Yeah. I mean,
What I'm saying, Rick, is that I don't think he's out to just
No.
take away the whole McNeese
But,
program. I don't think
Copeland,
that's the
a
case.
6'6" guard, is
He's
special.
taking ones that
and
he
Alan
knows he can
Breed
coach
is very
that fits his
special
program,
when he's healthy.
and we both know that.
All
But,
right, so Armstrong got, again, Link Academy, a former recruit to Link, Jacob Fredson Cole
Yeah.
from Oklahoma. Little played, was injured in his first year at Oklahoma, 6'7", 220 swing man.
yeah,
4-star, 4.5-star? That's a get.
Rick.
That's a get.
I think.
I hadn't seen him play because he hadn't
think
played
no,
much for the
well,
team.
Yeah, and we none of us.
Sounds almost like the Syracuse
Yeah.
guy
Yeah.
came.
Yeah.
You're
Copeland.
right. You're right. Copeland.
Yeah.
Copeland. But Rick, when you look at it, you know, you got to look at guys that want to be here because he's the coach. Wade
Yes.
is gone.
Yeah.
Wade's gone. So he's got to convince guys that this is the place that they need to be because of what we're building on. And he's got a lot to prove. I mean, he's got a lot to say what he's building on because you got 2 SL conference championship back to back. I mean, I want to be a part of that. You know what I'm saying? If I'm a player, I want to be a part of that.
Any good coach is not going to shy away from expectations. We talked about it
No,
last week.
no,
Somebody had to replace Nick Saban. Somebody replaced Chuck Noll, and somebody's going to
not
replace Will
easy.
Wade.
It's
Not
not
easy.
easy.
Not easy. But Armstrong says he'll take the heat.
Oh,
he'll
yeah,
take
you have
the
to.
expectation.
My good friend, you may have heard of, national columnist Pat Forty,
Yeah.
who wrote a very good column right after the McNeese upset.
Yeah.
But a couple days later, he was writing about these rehab coaches.
Yeah.
And when they leave the program, don't just automatically believe that it keeps going.
Yeah.
What
No.
they got
No,
started.
you're right.
No, it
you're right.
doesn't. It
You're right.
doesn't, Scooter.
All right.
McNeese has some advantages, mainly that arena.
That
They do.
arena and a one big league.
Yeah.
He sure says it's the best one league
Best
bid
one
league
league
in
bid.
the country, and I
Yes.
think he's right. Coming up, we're
Best
talking
one
Cowgirl
bid
basketball
league?
with
Wait
the
a
spark
minute.
plug. What's that?
It's not the best one bid league.
We'll argue about that later in the show.
Well,
Ayla
Scooter
Guzzardo
said
is
it.
coming up next,
So
right
we
here from
believe it.
Caesar Sportsbook. Stay there.
There's nothing better than a game and great tasting Miller Lite.
It's less filling, Miller Lite.
Tastes great.
Never understood this argument. Let it be both. Miller and Miller. I like it.
What's bugging you?
Is it roaches? They're the first pest you think of for indoor bugs and a health threat. At J&J, we offer weapons to eliminate and prevent infestation of your home or business. Let us take care of what's bugging you. Contact us today for a free inspection.
When you can't rely on technology, you can rely on Mountain Cold Refreshment.
Dave's back on.
Coors Light. Choose chill.
Your NCAA Final Four destination, if not San Antonio, it's right here at Caesar Sportsbook, Horseshoe
No
Lake
other
Charles.
place.
The wall of monitors and TVs, they'll give you every angle, every replay.
Yes.
They did it for when McNeese was in the tournament,
They did.
right?
And
They-
we were all here.
we were all
looked
here.
at
And
We were looking at it right
that
here.
was a fun way to watch a game.
was.
Oh, there was a huge amount of
was.
Houston Cougar fans.
Yeah,
and
it
they
was.
knew something that we didn't. Well, I knew.
Well,
I
a
picked
good
up
many
on my Final
McNeese
Four.
fans, too.
McNeese fans. So it's down here at Caesar Sportsbook. All the great food and drink from Brews Brothers, all right here at Caesars, of course. And then there's a couple of man caves in Brews Brothers. You might have to call them up and reserve it. It's like a little room with a couch and chairs, big monitor TV. It's a private thing, all that stuff.
Really nice.
Right down here, NCAA Final Four action at Caesars Sportsbook, Horseshoe Lake Charles. Let's welcome in new Cowgirls head basketball coach. That would be Ayla Guzzardo, coming in from southeastern Louisiana. Coach, we welcome you. I mean, busy week. The women's portal just opened. We got to warn you, the fourth chair. It gets a little hot, gets a little dicey. You never know which direction. I think you're ready for it, though.
I think I'm used to the
I think
hot,
you're used to it.
the spicy. I'm used to it. I like it.
Especially after your
That's what we
decision
like,
to
too.
come here from southeastern
like that.
Louisiana. I think they taught you well at my green and gold, but we won't go there right. But okay, so
Might as
you
well.
know you did it right from the start with the presser when they introduced you. Why? You know, two-time SLC Coach of the Year.
Yep.
Two-time champion in Hammond, America, right?
Yep.
Hammond, America. Why now? Why McNeese?
To a place that hadn't sent a team to the tournament in our lifetime.
Yeah, in the last 13, 14 years.
Everything, if you just walk into the Legacy Center, you probably understand why. The facilities are unreal. Resources, phenomenal. The people in Lake Charles are going to back you when you're winning. At the end of the day, you got to win. You got to win. You got to produce.
When you don't, it's empty.
When you don't, it's empty. We've been there. We've seen it before.
Yep.
But we know what we're capable of here. I want to flip this thing year one. You know, I want to go from 10 wins to 20 wins. I'm trying to double this thing quick. And I think McNeese has everything capable of being that successful Division I NCAA contending championship.
Except players.
I got to get them.
You got an answer for that? That's a short
Scooter, he
question.
didn't waste any
I
time.
know, right? You just jumped right on in it.
Jumped right into it. He didn't waste any time.
Well, look, I know.
The Baggett twins aren't walking through that door.
No, but I'm looking for someone similar to them.
Yeah.
I want, if I
You
can get.
remember the
I
Baggett
do. Look, I was right around my time when I was playing.
Wow.
But I want someone similar to that. I'm trying to recruit this region. You know, I don't have to go out of the country. I don't have to really go deep into the states to go get what I need to be successful here. I won championships in Southeastern with Louisiana-based kids. I can do that here. You know, we'll go out and get those big post players from Texas. We'll go out and get those little point guards from Miami. Different pieces here and there.
You're not going to Finland and
But I don't.
Scandinavia?
I don't.
Sweet.
I don't need to. I don't need to. But you know, at the end of the day, I can recruit here. I can stay here, and I can win
Greenland?
here.
See, one of the things that we talked about, and I mean, it's no knock to anybody, to Lynn or whomever, but you know, you've got talent, like you said, right here in Southwest Louisiana. And if you're the type of person that can go out and get it and get these kids to want to come over and play for you, that's the key thing. And that's what fills that Legacy Center. It's people that have kids that are in this state, local, close to this state, on the border of Texas or whatever.
Yep.
That's what was key. And you know, it was just kind of different seeing players on that floor that we didn't know.
Exactly.
And it was hard for us to want to get behind the McNeese girls basketball team because we didn't have anybody we could point at and say, hey, that's so-and-so kid. That. And Ayla, I'm hoping with you and what you've done at Southeastern, it's unbelievable. And to come here at McNeese and to say you want to flip it year one, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Let's get it done.
And I'm gonna take it to a whole different level.
might be a
I
question.
played
I
in
thought so,
Louisiana.
too.
I'm from Louisiana. I want Louisiana kids to get a first shot, right?
That's key.
I want Louisiana kids to get the first shot at my scholarships. If you're good enough to play here, I'm going to offer you. Now, if you want to go away and you want to leave mama, go ahead. But guess what? When that portal opens back up and you want to come back home, come on.
I got
Look,
you.
Ayla Guzzardo.
Ayla
Ayla Guzzardo,
Good
Cowgirls head
transition.
basketball coach. What you got?
You mentioned you're from Louisiana. Before Southeastern, before you were the head coach at Southeastern, give us a little bit about your growing up background and getting into coaching.
I don't have to go far. From born and raised in Hammond.
Wow.
It's Kim Mulkey territory, by the way.
That's Tickfall. That's Tickfall. I'm
she's
Independence,
Hammond.
Hammond.
Yeah.
But went to St. Thomas Aquinas High School, so I'm a Louisiana kid. Went away, played JUCO ball for 2 years at Shelton State Community College at Alabama, and then played 2 more years at the University of Akron in Ohio. Played and finished my career at Akron, got my master's degree, was an assistant coach for 4 years at Akron, and then came back home. So I've been around the JUCO, I've been around the portal, I've been around high school. I'm ready to touch each of that and get that
Well,
involved.
I mean, growing up, not just going to school or coaching there, growing up in Hammond, that must have been tough to leave, huh?
It was. I had to uproot
Yeah.
my whole family.
Yeah.
I've got a business in Hammond. It's hard, but I'm ready for the next chapter.
Well, let me jump in with that, and I'm going to follow up with the player thing. But there were a report out of that region of the state that the AD and the administration at Southeastern was going to match the offer from McNeese financially with some incentives, but you still chose to leave.
Yeah.
That's point number one. Point number two, Kenneth Lee, again, reportedly, your associate head coach, was in line to get the job at Southeastern, but you and Heath then flipped that little script, and now he's here, correct?
Well, not officially, no.
Not officially.
We're still waiting on all that stuff, but we're looking for this to be a stepping stone almost in a way.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, I could be here for 5-10 years at the end of the day, but I know if I can do with this in year 1, year 2, I know there's a lot of eyes on McNeese already right now.
Right.
I'm trying to put more eyes on them. I want this place to be blown up. I want this job, if I ever leave, to be the next big job for someone else.
Right. You
know?
win.
Yeah.
You win with talent and players. Now,
So you'll
what
be
can you
heading
say?
to North Carolina
Stop
State.
it. Stop
someday.
it. Stop it.
I mean, I don't know if I'm
He
going
did
all the way
it,
there.
not me.
Stop it,
All right.
Scooter.
What's the plan for the portal, which opened, by the way, Monday,
Today.
the women's basketball portal? You said point blank, you're bringing your best players in from Southeastern Louisiana. Do you have a number? Can you say anything? You
I'm
know
gonna
that
say
the pipeline.
it's at least more than my starting 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, yeah,
Wow.
we're trying to bring majority of them. And look, that's on them. I
Yeah.
said I was leaving. They all got in the portal. They're all in there right now. I think there's 2 or 3 not in there, but majority of them are in there. And I think they know where they want to go. I've had some communication
Okay,
since
I
they've been to
got
the
it.
portal.
Yeah.
We've gotten to talk a little bit. So, I mean, they all have no contact on it. They know where they want to go. They know the vision. But at the end of the day, I'm a culture person. I recruit and we develop a culture. These are my kids. These are my family.
Yeah.
I'm like a mother to these kids. You know,
Yeah.
my staff is like parents to them. Their parents trust us. So this is a family. So it's just me and my family going to do this somewhere else.
Let's assume that happens.
Uh-oh.
If you check the schedule, do y'all play at Southeastern next year?
We do.
What
we
kind
do.
of reception do you think you'll get?
It'll be good. I think it'll be great.
I think that'll. Listen,
I don't know.
I
Listen.
think it'll be great. Look,
At the end of the
I asked her, not
Yeah.
you take
Okay.
so long when you ask.
At the end of the day, they're happy for us. They want us to be successful.
Yeah.
End of the day, I told you everybody, I want
I
to beat
think you're being
Southeastern 3
optimistic.
times. Regular season twice. I want to beat them, and then I want to see them in the championship. I want them to be successful because I built that program.
Yeah.
But I want to beat them in that championship.
Right.
End of the day, I want to beat them 3 times, but I want the program to do well. But I think Southeastern's going to welcome us.
Do we still have time?
okay.
Or do we
You got 20 seconds.
Look,
Go
hey,
for it.
The thing is this. Scooter asked the question how you think the reception will be. I think it'll be great.
Yeah.
I think you're out of your mind.
If Will Wade was to come back here and play McNeese for whatever
It'd be
reason,
great.
they would give him a standing ovation. What did he do wrong? What did he do wrong here? Nothing.
Okay.
I'm saying to you, when you win,
Apples and oranges.
it breeds nothing but good things to
I
happen
agree.
for you. That's
I
it.
agree.
All right.
I don't know what Scooter was talking about with that.
All right,
question.
well, we're going to leave it
I
there,
don't know.
Coach. We're going to have more with Coach Ayla Guzzardo in Thursday's
Yes.
version of Sound Off. We'll get into a little bit of that coaching, what your passion is on the floor. I'm interested in that in regards to X's and O's kind of a thing. All right, we're coming back with more of the show from Caesar Sportsbook. Stay right there.
What's bugging you?
Is it ants? They're crazy, tiny, irritating pests outside trying to get in. At J&J, we offer weapons to locate, eliminate, and prevent their entering your home or business. Let us take care of what's bugging you. Contact us today for a free inspection.
There's nothing better than a game and great tasting Miller Lite.
It's less filling, Miller Lite.
Tastes great.
Never understood this argument. Let it be both. Miller and Miller. I like it.
Many thanks to Cowgirls head basketball coach Ayla Guzzardo for coming in and
she's
spending some
Great
time.
interview. Great.
Wow.
I can
She's,
see. I can
yeah.
see why she's here now.
High energy.
I can
Two-time
see.
SLC Coach of the
I
Year.
don't know if
Gonna
she
be.
can snap her fingers and make it happen.
May
but
not-
she's
yeah.
going to get it done.
She
She
will,
get the
in
right
time,
players.
in
I'm-
time.
I'm
Speaking of
betting on
time,
it.
it's
Definitely.
springtime, right? More chances to win. Those free casino play, multiplying those tier credits here at Horseshoe. Check out the website for more great events and promotions
Yeah.
coming up here at Horseshoe Lake Charles. Remember the Leprechaun $1 million loot
Yeah.
thing? Remember Ballapalooza
Shooting
during the early
basketball.
part of the
I
NCAA
would have
tournament?
made it if I would have had the opportunity to shoot
I'm
it. I
telling
would've
you,
made
yeah,
it.
you would have missed the whole damn
I
thing.
would've made it.
All chances to win right here at Horseshoe Lake
doubt.
Charles. All right, before we get into the Final Four matchups and who's in, who's out, I got to show this. This is
you got,
the class of former Cowboy basketball coach Will Wade.
Oh, wow.
Last week he took out a full-page thank you ad in the Lake Charles
you
American
serious?
Press.
Wow.
Full page, thanking Lake Charles, thanking McNeese State, thanking Southwest
giving him a
Louisiana
chance to get back.
for embracing him. That's classy.
That is.
That's a class move
is.
by a class coach.
Put a little money in my pocket.
Did
A little
Mr.
bit
Hobbs
money
have
in your
something to
pocket.
do with that? Did Mr. Hobbs have something to do with
Boy,
that?
that's a double ringer on that
Okay.
one, man.
Right there.
Anyway, I did text.
We had just the interesting comment I heard out of him going to NC State.
Yeah.
In his press conference
Yep.
at NC State, and of course it came up his LSU days.
I saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
saw it.
why he left. And I forget exactly, but the gist of it was North Carolina State is the benefit of that. They're not getting the arrogant
He
Will
did say that,
Wade
Scooter.
that was at LSU. It's
He
a
did
more
say that.
mature Will Wade.
Yeah.
The enthusiasm's still there, but not the arrogance.
He ain't lost any confidence, though.
No,
He's a confident guy.
No, but he did say
Thursday
that. Let's go say it. I
sound
saw
off. I'm going to sound off a bit on the whole LSU firing and that whole thing and how it continues
All right now.
to
All right
permeate
now.
in Thursday's show. That's coming up. But I did text Coach Wade and
did.
thanked him and
I
all that
texted
stuff.
him too.
And he said in his
I
text,
did.
he said he had a blast with you and I coming on the show.
No.
No mention of
Nothing
Hobbs.
with Hobbs. Nothing
It
with
was,
Hobbs.
man, I had a blast
nothing
with
with Hobbs.
Guidry and Sarah.
Y'all
Hobbs,
covered him at McNeese. I covered him at LSU.
he didn't like you at LSU either. Anyway.
But Rick, I did too, Rick. And he texted me back. He said, Kevin, you know, man, it was great being there with you guys. You guys embraced me when I didn't think that I had anywhere else that I was actually going to go at that point in time.
Oh, it was
I mean,
coming.
he just flat out was just honest.
It was
and-
coming.
And just, I mean, it makes you feel good
If it
about
not
the guy,
McNeese,
man. It does.
after 1 year, it
Makes
was
you
going to
feel
be
good about
somebody
Coach,
in year
man.
two of
yeah,
that.
it was, Rick. It was.
Of that, purgatory. All right, let's
was.
get into Florida and Duke, the first two in the Final Four. Then came
Man.
Auburn and Houston. Let's talk about first of how they got the Florida Gators. Number one seed. By the way, all number one
All
seeds
number
in the
one
Final
seeds
Four.
got in.
That's the first time in like
In a
20 years.
long
Yeah,
time.
long time.
By the way, I got
don't
3 or
like
4.
that.
I got 3. I thought Michigan State was going to get in, but I had 3 of the 4. All right.
I had Arkansas, so wasn't
Oh
number
my
one
God!
seed.
All right,
I had Arkansas
Florida
going deep.
outscore 250 in the game. Outscores Texas Tech 18-4 to come back to win.
Yeah.
That's a damn good Florida team.
It is good.
Going against a damn good Auburn team
Yeah,
too, by the
it
way.
is.
SEC against SEC.
I hate we got
First time ever in the Final Four.
I hate we beat up on each other like that, though. I hate that.
You know, when you got half the field in the tournament, you're
Yeah.
going to have to play against
It's going to
each
happen.
other at some point.
It's going to happen.
Yeah.
That's going to be a matchup. But guys, I like them all.
But it
I like-
assures the SEC gets somebody in the final.
Get some
There
out of the
you
finals.
go.
There's
There
no
you go.
doubt about that.
Duke, the Duke-Alabama game was, one of those games of the
Yeah,
decade.
yeah.
It didn't turn out that way
it didn't.
because Bama just lost
They did.
all their hot three-point shooting.
Well, they used it all up in the
25
previous
threes.
game.
Oh my
How
God!
do you make 25
I don't
threes
know.
in
That's
the game?
crazy, School.
That is
That
crazy.
is crazy.
Live by the threes.
You died
Die
by
by the threes.
the
man.
old sword effect.
I
The old-
mean,
guys,
is Duke the dominating team?
speaking of that,
Are they really the dominating team, Duke?
Cooper,
I'm gonna tell you.
flag. I don't know if he's Anthony Davis worthy as that superstar freshman. Remember AD at Kentucky? Magic at Michigan State many, many decades ago. This kid is unbelievable. I mean, he is elite talent as a freshman.
The thing that
He should
separates
be
him,
in high school, Kevin.
Yeah.
He just turned 18.
Rick, the thing that separates him, to be his size and to be able to handle the ball like a point guard.
He does it all.
He handles the ball like a point guard, dude. I mean, how do you stop that? How do you defend that? Let me
I
say
don't
that.
know.
How do you defend that?
That's going to be a war. Houston is really, really good.
Houston's
They're
hot.
long,
Houston's
athletic.
good too.
Houston is the best team in the final.
Might be.
Now,
Might
I
be.
believe
If
that.
Houston will run you,
Auburn's very, very good.
Auburn's very, very good.
The
But you
way
could
Houston-
catch Auburn on an off night.
And they did late in the year. You're
Yeah,
right.
They did.
You
Yeah.
could, Auburn could get caught on an off night. I don't know that Houston can.
They do because they do it a lot with defense.
Yeah.
I mean, they will strangle you.
Houston
on
will
defense.
run you, Rick, in the ground if you're not careful.
This is a
You
great
gotta be
Final
careful,
Four.
'cause they will
and
run you
everybody's
in the
yelling
ground.
and complaining
Oh, yeah.
maybe about no Cinderella.
No, well,
who,
you know,
who
hey,
would
there's
not
more
want to
fun.
watch
Hey,
this?
Hey,
Well,
you want
there
the
was
best
gonna
against
be
the best.
What was in the Elite Eight? What, there were just a couple of 2 seeds.
Yeah.
This is fantastic.
Yeah,
because
I think
this is
Rick.
I mean, the best teams in the country. The committee got it right.
It is. They
got
Rick.
it
They
right.
did.
More sound off from Caesar Sportsbook when
Always.
we come back. Stay right there.
He takes the handoff. It's a refurb.
When you can't rely on technology, you can rely on Mountain Cold Refreshment.
Dave's back on.
Coors Light. Choose chill.
What's bugging you?
Is it termites? The season is now and they are swarming. At J&J Exterminating, we offer some very effective weapons against infestation of your home or business. Let us take care of what's bugging you. Don't wait. Contact us now for a free inspection.
J&J has protected Louisiana homes and businesses for over 60 years.
Call him today, make the pests go away. J&J Exterminating. Yeah.
All right, welcome back to the show. Reminder, Thursday's show, Cowgirls head basketball coach Ayla Guzzardo will be in Thursday's show. You got to catch it.
Can't
it's
wait
going to
to
be
see
a whole
that.
lot of fun. All right, I know it's spring ball. I know it's spring football. You know, McNeese Cowboys, can't really tell all that much. I popped out for that Saturday scrimmage.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, Jake Strong, he looks the part. Fourth and one, he runs it in for a touchdown. I'm just kind of reading the tea leaves. He's jumping up around. Old linemen are catching him in the air. The emotion of Jake Strong scoring a 1-yard touchdown quarterback keeper, that tells me something.
In a scrimmage?
In a scrimmage. Guys that tell, he didn't just walk around and drop the
I'm
ball.
not sure what it tells.
He's not
I'm not
big-headed.
sure.
Maybe he's easily amused, but
I'm just reading the tea leaves. I think it's a good sign.
When you look, Rick, and you watch it a lot and stuff, but when I'm in town, I try and get out there. Do you see a difference from where it was last year?
Yes. One thing, look, nothing against Gary Goff and his system. I didn't really like the rap music playing while they're practicing. It's different because
but you're old.
Yeah, that's true.
But that's kids
But
nowadays.
there's a lot of coaching, a lot of communicating going on, a lot of teaching. They're getting down to it. And you know Viator. That's just, rap music in the background, that ain't Coach V. So there is a difference.
Have it in the locker
But you got to have it.
Oh, I'm sure it's in the locker room.
Kids going to get it regardless.
I got it. Let's shift to LSU Pro Day. Your guy, Kyron Lacey, there are heavy reports that he won't even be drafted, Kevin.
He will.
Well, he's got
he's
legal
slow.
problems.
He's
He
got
will.
these legal
He
problems
will.
still
He'll get
with
drafted.
the car accident that took a life.
And that's
I watched the LSU
biggest-
Pro Day. He struggled on drills, Kevin.
That's the
The
biggest
little-
thing. He's got a lot going on up here, Rick.
I know. I
Dude,
got
he's
it.
got a lot.
Player, but
He's got a lot. People know he can
Kevin
play.
disagrees with me, particularly the second half of last season. I did not think he was LSU's best.
The machine gun thing
I thought
on the
Aaron
sideline.
Anderson was.
Let me say this, Scooter, and you know it too. Him and Coach Kelly got at odds. Come on now, let's just be honest.
I don't have inside info there.
They were
I'm
at
just
odds.
telling you.
They were at odds.
I'm just telling you.
And he didn't get the ball like people thought that he would get the ball. And that
you
was
got to
basically.
get open. To
We
get
got
the
30
ball.
seconds. I
A
got
lot
to
of
ask
that
y'all
was
this because
due to
there's now this
situations
thing
beyond
floating around
our
that Will
control.
Campbell may not be able to play tackle in the NFL because he's got
bull.
short arms.
Yeah,
I'll
we
tell
knew
you
that.
that's
Is he
bull.
better guard than tackle? I think he's a tackle. I love Will Campbell.
Dude, he's not a tackle. I don't think he's a tackle.
Yeah, I get it, the
When
whole
those
short
ends-
arm thing because
When those
pass
ends
blocking.
come around, when those ends come around running a 4.5 at 270,
So you think he's a tackle?
he's a guard. He's a guard.
Ooh,
He's
we're
a
out of
guard.
time. We got to go. We'll see you later right here
He's
at
a
Caesar
guard.
Sports.